I think we're live here, boys. Welcome in episode number 32. Pretty Bad Sports Podcast. We're pretty bad. I'm here with my pretty bad co-host here. We got Flair putting on his nice little glasses there, and we got Money Michael Pease in the top left repping the C's because we got them live on the next TV as well. Gentlemen, how are
Always
we doing
be.
today?
Doing good. These are my UV protection glasses. I'm just trying to get healthy.
Oh yeah,
Gotta
Yes,
protect the eyeballs, baby. Always.
Mhm.
protect them
Always.
eyeballs. You only get one set of eyeballs.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna talk some college hoops this episode. We're in the Final Four of the NCAA tournament, 2023 tournament, and it's been a really fun one so far. I mean, a lot of upsets, guys.
Oh
Absolutely, bro.
yeah.
The first time ever, pick Flair, that no number one seed has ever made the Elite
Final
Eight.
Four.
Mike,
Oh,
is it the
And
Elite Eight?
and no number 2 and no number 3. The
Right, man.
highest seed is UConn with 4.
UConn.
Unreal. Pretty unreal. Fuck these things.
yeah.
And you're
so-
honestly, you're the Notre Dame of fucking picking. You got Joel Embiid as your MVP. You got freaking
Mikey.
UConn as your national title, bro.
Yeah, the
What
Chiefs
the hell,
is
man?
the Super Bowl
Mikey.
champ.
Mikey,
Go
what-
play the lottery, bro. What are you doing?
What's my name? What's my name? Tell me what's my name.
Pick
You
Flair?
tell me what your
I'm Pick Flair.
Pick Flair, baby.
I'm
The
Pick
wizard.
Flair. I don't even. You guys want someone to win? Just let me know. I'll just say it. It just happens.
I'm coming to you, bro. Every time.
You had the hot hand during this show. We got to give you credit there.
Mhm.
If UConn
So-
wins this tournament, I'm gonna be on a fucking high horse. I tell you what.
Dude,
It's pretty
they were-
unreal.
It's getting odd.
Dude, they smoked Gonzaga, who was the number 1 scoring offense in the nation.
Yeah.
They were up 30 with like 7 minutes left, and they won by 28. They just destroyed them.
UConn looks like the team to beat to me after watching this tournament.
Oh,
They
for
just
sure.
look the most complete. Like they're able to rebound the ball, play defense, shoot
Yep.
the ball effectively. They don't turn it over. They look like the most complete team to me right now. And
They've won every game by more than 15 points. I'm looking right now. They have smoked
game.
every team. And like Pick Flair just said, Gonzaga, that one shocked me the most.
Yeah.
Gonzaga, after that huge upset against you, well, not really an upset, but beating UCLA, that was everyone's kind of sexy pick, but they fucking took it to Gonzaga and made Timmy look like a little bitch that he is. Go back to the YMCA with your high ankles, high socks, and your stupid headband and mustache, buddy.
That was the biggest statement of the game, dude. Biggest statement of the game was this dude Sonogo and the backup, that 7-footer that they have. I
Yeah.
forget his
Oh, yeah.
name. They handled Timmy. They got in his head early. He had 4 fouls with like a minute into the second half or something like that. They had to sit him basically the whole time.
Yep.
Oh,
And that was
they
it.
got in his head. I mean,
That was
great
it.
game.
54 final score. That's insane, man.
And they're
Dude,
just
it was 30 points for like 8 minutes of the second half. People
Yeah.
shut the game off. Like they
Yeah.
just maintained it the whole time. It was just utter dominance.
they're
Now,
just
you
they're
guys have watched the tournament a lot. Like, what do you guys think the key to UConn's success has been so far in this tournament?
I think they're like one of the deeper teams in the tourney. They can go 8, 9, 10 guys deep. It seems like when you rely on just your starting 5, you need to have
7 or so.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
Pickford just said, that 7-footer they have off the bench, he could easily start for that team, but obviously I don't know how to pronounce the dude's last name. How do you Sonogo or whatever?
Yeah.
That dude's a freaking brick shit house. Like,
He's
and they
a
got
beast.
they got a capable 7-footer off the bench that makes an instant impact on both ends of the floor. I mean,
They're hitting threes too, which
Yep.
I mean, every tournament we know who wins the tournament. It's the
Yep.
team that's fucking putting up threes and hitting them. They started a little slow against Gonzaga. It looked like it was going to be a close game, and then they just started fucking wetting everything from deep and getting all the offensive boards. That dude Sonogo is going to be a problem for sure.
Looking
Yeah,
right
he's a-
here, too, Gonzaga shot 10% from 3 for the game.
They were horrible. I mean, give UConn a little bit of credit. They're the number 1 defense of the nation, I think, if last time I checked, and they were out in their face the whole time. I mean,
Yeah.
Gonzaga
Them
definitely didn't
Gonzaga
play
Bulldogs.
unreal, but
Them
you know?
And that
Gonzaga
dude-
Bulldogs were drinking dog water.
Oh yeah, and that dude Jordan Hawkins on UConn had 6 threes last game. That guy's a sniper, and when he's
Yeah.
on, completely different team.
A couple
many,
of them were really impressive too. A
How
couple
many
of those threes he had.
How many of these UConn guys you think are going to maybe get picked up in the NBA?
Probably definitely the 7-footer off the bench just because he's
Yeah.
7 feet, obviously.
And he's not skinny. He's not one of those like,
No,
twig looking like ones. He's a big boy. He looks
yeah,
like he could do something in the league.
Mm-hmm.
and probably Hawkins because he can shoot. He's a really good
Right.
shooter.
Yeah.
Sanogo's like undersized, only at
Yeah.
6'9", so that might be tricky. He might
It's
have
gonna have an
to,
uphill battle.
yeah, he might need to learn how to shoot a couple corner threes,
Yeah.
adapt to the NBA game. But they're just a well balanced team. I think. I think that's why they're just fucking putting the hammer down.
Yeah, it's like in the past, like UConn's kind of always had that reputation for when they are very good, it's usually not one guy. It's usually they have a really good committee of guys and a
Yeah.
good, well coached team. That's when they
Yep.
win championships and go far in the tournament. And that's
Yep.
why when they're not good, they're terrible. Because
Yeah.
it's either you have that mesh or you don't. They don't
Right.
have the Kevin Durant in college. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Kimba was the closest thing they had.
They're matching up with Miami. What about these other teams? Let's start talking about these other teams that are in the Final Four here.
I
UConn
mean,
versus Miami.
Miami took out my pick to win the whole thing. Texas, man, I'm very impressed with Miami. They got a stud point guard, Isaiah Wong, who he's like a bigger point guard, 6'4", and he just takes it down low against all these little guys. Just a nice little mid range game. So I like him a lot. The few times I've watched them,
I
and
agree. I mean, they've definitely impressed me. I didn't want to see Texas play UConn as I picked UConn in
yeah,
my first bracket. I have three, but all of them had UConn in the Final Four because that's my squad. But seeing Texas coming up through that part of the bracket, I thought that was our biggest threat after Gonzaga. And what Miami did to them was now I'm scared of Miami. Like Miami's fucking good. Every team in the Final Four right now is kind of proven, as
yeah,
it should be, that they got fight in them. It's
yeah,
way different than these other years where they're just the more dominant team. They got Kevin Durant or something like
yeah,
that. So
yeah,
obviously they're making it. These teams, like they're all around pretty well balanced and
yep,
they all have a real big fight in them right now, it's made the
yeah.
games awesome to watch for real.
It really has. And Texas had control of that game for the better part. Weren't they up 8 in the second half, and then Miami just kind of just shut them down big
I
time.
stopped watching. I think they were up
Yeah,
more than 8. I think they were up like 14 at one
yeah,
point
they
or
were
like
up.
12.
Yeah,
And I stopped watching. And then it's funny, they have a meme of McConaughey. And it's like McConaughey smiling and laughing, and they're up 14. And then it's fucking 4 minutes later, he's doing the crying. Like, oh my God. It's crazy. But
That
they,
Florida team ranked 9 on the other side, dude. Holy shit. 9th seed making it to the Final Four.
bro.
they took out my favorite team in the tournament. I love watching Kansas State. I don't know if you guys watch Marquise
Yeah.
Noel. Oh
That's
my
the little
God, the
Isaiah
little
Thomas
guy.
guy, right?
That the best game in the tournament so far was that Kansas State Michigan State overtime game. That was unbelievable. I don't know
Dude,
if you guys
how
watched that.
crazy is it for K-State to just give a little vertical here?
Hmm.
K-State has a football team and a basketball team that both made some serious, serious noise this year with
Big
guys
time.
that are undersized. Deuce
Big
Vaughn,
time,
the
bro.
running back for
Yep.
K-State, is Minnie Mouse.
Yep.
He's fucking
Um,
tiny, dude. They're trying to compare him to Darren Sproles in the draft. I don't think he's
yeah.
that, but like probably the closest thing in size comparison that he's ever
Yeah.
gonna get. You have that, and then you have Noel. What did he put up? 39 in their loss?
It's if I
It was a
can.
lot.
I remember that against
The loss
Michigan
to
State.
K
He
State.
almost. Yeah.
No,
Let's see.
he beat Case. He's on K State.
He
They
dropped
lost
30
to
and
FAU.
30 and he dropped
Hit
30 and
30 that
12 in
game.
that game. Yeah. And then the game before against Michigan State, he almost put up a 20 points,
Yeah,
20 assists.
he
Like,
had 18 assists or something like that. It
I
was
think
close.
everyone saw that replay of him arguing with his coach against Michigan State, and he just freaking throws it up baseline to Keontae Johnson. Freaking out. Oh my God, I screamed. It was one of the most entertaining
Hey,
games I've watched this year. Better than any NBA games I've watched for sure. That game was
oh,
unbelievable.
that game was unreal. And the part that kills me about K State with that game is that the very next game, Keontae Johnson's almost the bad guy.
He
Like he
was
fouled out
terrible.
early and he was not good. I still think he's one guy I'll see him in the NBA. I think
Yeah.
he's
Didn't he?
just got too much freakish ability.
Wasn't there something crazy that happened to him?
He
Didn't he have
passed
like
out
he passed?
on the court at
Was he in
Florida.
Florida? Right, right. That was him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was.
listen to this actually. He passed out on the floor, and
Yep.
before he came back, the NCAA It was either NCAA or the NBA. It can't be the NBA. The NCAA offered him a $5 million buyout to
Yeah.
never play again. He
Yep.
turned it down because he's so confident in himself making it to the NBA and making more than $5 million. Which
He's
now
good.
looking pretty damn good.
I think he's definitely going to be a first, maybe probably second round pick. He seems
That's betting on
pretty solid.
yourself.
Yeah, I
And
respect the shit out of that.
it looks
Gotta
good
love it.
now. He
Yeah.
looks pretty damn good. And he was, again, that last game was tough, but
Yep.
he's young. That's coachable. The talent's
Yeah.
what's not coachable, and he's got that.
I mean, and going back to that, like we're talking about K-State, but the team that actually won, Florida Atlantic, man, that game back and forth and back and forth. K-State could just not put them away, man. They're up like getting 6-7, almost pushing into double digits. Then Florida Atlantic would just freaking come back with a nice little 4-5-0 run just to keep it close. And then eventually they were just able to get it done, man. That's a tough, tough team.
That kid
I
they
think,
have that can shoot. I forget his name. He played really good in that game too. The bald one.
is it the lefty?
It's
I'm
like
looking at
Harrison or something like that.
yeah, I'm looking at their roster right now. Trying to see. But then they have that big freaking ogre, that 7 foot something ogre who
Oh,
Marquise Noel just kept trying to go at, and just the poor bastard just kept getting swatted
Couldn't
every
do it,
single
dude.
time.
fucking loser.
Couldn't do it, man.
Couldn't do it. Not a good
Oh,
look. You know what I
ogre.
mean?
He
That's
looks
what I'm
like
looking
Hey,
Shrek.
they're good, and they're a tiny school.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Isn't it? I think that Alvin High School's gym is a little bit bigger than their gym, Patty. I don't know if we can find a picture of that. It's pretty crazy.
For high school
I
gym, ours wasn't too bad.
Yeah, not bad, right?
dude. So their capacity for their gym, I just saw it a minute ago because it was on
It's not great.
Instagram today too. 2,900.
Oh,
2,900 is what they
okay,
have in their
definitely bigger than
facility.
Alvin. We could probably fit
Yeah.
like 200.
That's awesome, and they made it that they've been balling. That's sweet.
Yeah, 2,900. Like, yeah, it's bigger than Alvin, but it's fucking tiny for a Final
That's
Four team.
tiny.
That's
Yeah.
how many
It's
people you
tiny.
think going to a Duke game? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
100,000. Like, dude, 2,900. They're tiny. They have like 4,500, I think, students on their campus. Tiny ass
Mhm.
school, man. They have
Yep.
less than 200,000 alumni. That's how like
Cheap.
insignificant this school is, and they're in the fucking Final Four as a
So who
9
do you-
seed.
Who do you guys got in these games in the Final Four? Who do we think's gonna go to the championship?
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna go
Yeah.
with UConn versus I don't know.
You got a
I-
coin over there, Patty?
Yeah, I
flip
need
a
to
coin
flip
at the
a coin
straight,
for my
man.
other one. What do you guys think?
I'm going. You know what I wish, honestly? I wish this UConn Miami was the national title game. I think that's going to be definitely the most entertaining game. But if I had to pick, I'd go UConn, and then I think San Diego State. I think another thing about the tournament that's very important is having your squad full of juniors and seniors, especially your core guys. I think
Yeah.
them being there in the moment, they don't shit their pants. I mean, they probably still do, but not as much shit as the freshmen and sophomores have. But I
Yeah,
think they're a little calmer and live up to the moment a little bit better, and they're full of
Just the
them. So
experience, yeah.
yeah,
especially if you don't have like a fucking Jason Tatum,
done.
JJ
Yeah,
Redick, Kevin Durant, because those guys as freshmen and sophomores, it doesn't matter as much. But when you have
yeah.
a whole I don't think there's a single one of those guys in the Final Four right now. I don't see any.
No, me either.
So I think when you have guys like that who they're
Yeah.
just not super max deal types of guys, then you definitely need juniors and seniors because those if you're not that good, then as
Yeah.
a freshman and sophomore, that's a
something.
hell of a stage to play on.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I like. I like that none of these teams have that one guy. I think it's like we were just saying. It's made this tournament
Unreal.
unfriggin' believable, and
Yeah.
it's just been fun to watch. But it's a tough one to pick. That's for damn sure.
Oh, dude, the amount of like brackets that were perfect. Everyone watches that ticker every year. It was done by like the fourth game,
Oh my
like or
God.
something like
Literally
that.
0.
It was Virginia and Arizona were the first two. Like they were either 1 or 2 seeds, and both of
Yeah.
them were out super early. Purdue was out the
Purdue,
next
yep.
round. Like, dude, it
Loser.
was
What
like
was like the
2
biggest
days and it was done.
upset of the tournament? Was it when Purdue lost, you think?
Dude, I think maybe Bama, San Diego State.
Yeah, Bama looked terrible. That frickin' Brandon Miller kid, who's should be in prison, honestly. He put up a dud this whole tournament. He's like projected top 3 pick in the draft next year, and he
He
was
was
Nice.
potentially number 1.
yeah,
Not no
him.
more, buddy.
Not no
A
more,
lot of
bro.
things going on, and
Not no. He
outside of
was.
that, he didn't play well during the tournament. So
Oh
his
man, he
draft
looked.
stock is probably going down a little bit, I would imagine.
It's
Oh,
got to, man.
100%.
Definitely a
100%.
little bit.
I think
But
that game to me, just because it was such a shock, but like, there were a lot of shocks. That one,
Well,
Bama
Purdue
just
lost
looked
to a
pretty good.
fucking 16 seed, and
Yeah.
Purdue's
yeah,
a
it's
1 seed.
It's only because it's early on. To me, it doesn't hit the same. Like in the first
yeah,
and second round of games, there's always like those crazy 16 seed updates. The Princeton game,
that's a big
definitely,
one.
that's a
Yep.
big one, 100%.
Who the
But
fuck did they play?
Looking for that
Beat
one right now.
Missouri, and then they beat. I don't think who else did they beat? Arizona. Okay, that might be
Yeah,
the biggest one. Yep, that's probably the biggest one right there.
Princeton, dude.
Who
Fucking
won the
Princeton.
tournament last year?
Kansas.
Kansas,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And they were
up
out
pretty
early too.
They were a
Yep.
wagon. They lost by a fucking free throw, right? 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas.
72-71 final.
Yeah, it was a free throw. Yep. Kansas looked. All the top schools, man, they just got bullied. It seemed like in the early stages.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about the tournament, right? Is it's not like NBA basketball where you have your 7-game series and those games happen clearly in sports. You know what I mean? So that's why it's cool in college basketball, because you can just not be your night if you're a number 1 seed, and you can be knocked out. See you later, a loser.
Absolutely.
Bye,
These dudes are playing.
Playing.
This is some of these dudes like final basketball game of their entire career, and
Oh, that sucks.
they are letting it all out there, man. And it's,
All right, here's a
honestly
good
I
question.
Boy.
can phone with me now. I'm recruiting them.
Here's
Yeah.
a good question, Mike. Here's a good question.
Yep.
How many points is Drew Timme going to score in the NBA in total?
Not a lot. What do you think he does against Joel Embiid?
Oh my God.
Dog
Doesn't even
water.
sniff the fucking floor, man. That is a great question. If Timmy can get a 3-point shot,
Then 3
he
points.
has the chance to potentially make the league. I'm looking at. I gotta find out how tall this guy is. How tall is he?
And how
He's
much does
not-
he weigh, too? Because he looks like shit.
He's
out there on
6'10",
the
230, and he's like not strong. All he's good at is
He
post
doesn't have an
in the
athletic
post.
bone in his body.
He's
gonna
oh my
post
God.
up the Joker.
He's gonna go
Joel
overseas.
Embiid?
He'll go overseas.
I think he will
That's
too.
my guess.
I
That's
think
my
he will
guess.
too. And I think you made a good. We brought this up to each other before, and I think you made a good point. If he had a 3-point shot, then
There's
he
a
would.
chance.
There's a chance that he could get on a team, like I
Right.
said, like a
That's a
Kevin
big
Love or
body, right.
something. But like,
Yeah.
he's not
great
even as big as
comparison.
Kevin Love. But like, if he
Yeah.
had a shot, it doesn't matter as much. He's got nothing. He's got moves. He's like your
Is he
uncle that
definitely
shows up
gonna
and
get
said, "I
drafted?
would have went all state if I didn't fucking break my ankle."
Yeah.
Like,
Is he
I think
definitely
he would-
gonna get drafted?
Say that again, Patty.
Is he definitely gonna get drafted in the NBA?
I don't think so.
Really?
You know what?
hype maybe.
I think like late second round. I could see like him like in the 40s to 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's only
I
60
could
picks
see
in
him
the gallery.
getting drafted like almost strictly just off the hype for him alone and like
Yeah.
someone giving him a chance, but I just don't see anything happening from it.
Yeah, maybe a shit team that doesn't fucking make any money. They just bring him in just to bring in more people into the stands, something like that.
The fucking Tim Tebow effect.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's true.
Yep.
Great college athlete. No one thought he was going to be good in the NFL, but he got to play multiple positions.
Fans will probably love that guy too.
Oh, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Because he looks like one of them.
Yeah. Right. It's
Really,
like
just the guys on the couch like, "Hey, that's me. Look, I was eating hot dogs with that guy yesterday."
But I mean, his ceiling's Kevin Love. That's if he can ever get to that level,
Right.
which I don't think he can. That's
No.
who it is, which is a great fucking comparison, Crow.
Yeah. I got. By the way, I got FAU UConn in the finals. Before I forget about that, I got
You got
FAU
FAU?
UConn in the finals just because. You know why? Because that Kansas State coach fired me up about them. Do you see he went into the FAU locker room
Oh
after
my
their
God,
matchup?
yeah.
That fired
was
me up.
awesome.
What did he
Yep.
say?
basically went into the FAU locker room and gave them all like congratulations and said, "You guys were the toughest team. Communication, the
Oh,
way that you played, the intensity that you played." He said, "From what I know about basketball, if you guys keep playing like you played us tonight, no one can beat you."
that's awesome. I love that.
I
That's
I've got UConn winning the tournament, but I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if FAU wins. I'm pumped.
yeah.
Yeah.
A 9
Oh, you
seed,
have to.
like I'm just so hyped for them.
What coach did that? I respect that.
K-State.
K-State coach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't FAU
K-State's
didn't
rubbing on me. That program in multiple sports. Like I said, they got, who their quarterback is?
the hell's that dude's name?
Kurt
Freaking
Warner
the
Jr. No, it's Kurt Warner's
Is it
son.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Kurt Warner's son. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They're getting some fucking shit going over there. They're like Colorado.
Let's go.
The
That's
celebrity effect.
Wasn't FAU, weren't they like kind of like a lot of people, they rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Didn't they try like a between the legs 360 dunk when they're up like 12 with the buzzer beater, and that pissed a lot of people off? Like, go fuck yourself and your participation trophies and good sportsmanship.
Yeah, didn't he
Shut.
miss still? Did he miss
Yeah,
the
he
dunk?
missed. It made it even worse. But
Yeah.
it's like, shut up, man. It's fun. Like,
So annoying,
the
dude.
kids have fun.
It's
Yeah.
it's literally the most fun
Isn't-
tournament for a college athlete of all time. Why would if he's on the stage up, they're up a bunch and they're a fucking huge underdog. Yeah, let him try it.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's no
don't cry
reason to
about it.
bash on him. He already missed it. He's probably fucking hearing it every day for missing that dunk anyways. He doesn't need to hear it from you bums that didn't get a first place trophy.
Loser.
Oh shit. Yeah, I got UConn winning though. I
Yeah,
gotta
they.
ride with my boys. Gotta
I
do it.
hope so. I hope
I want to
so.
see them in a close game. They haven't been in a close game
had
yet.
the
I got to see them in one.
Yeah, I don't want to.
sickest.
I hope all the games are good. I don't want to see any blowouts at this stage. Final Four, I want to see good basketball games.
That was a good point my buddy made is that I said this is an amazing year for March Madness and the games have all been great. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm worried now that the Final Four is stacked up like this, that the games in the Final Four that are usually the best games don't end up
Yes.
as good."
Don't curse
That
us,
would blow.
Flair. You tend to be correct on this show, scumbag.
That was my
I
buddy.
know, yeah. All
This was
right.
on the way. I don't know him. I don't know him for nothing. Nah, I don't. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think again, from what Mike said, I think the UConn Miami game is gonna be amazing, and I wish that was the
Yeah.
championship too.
Oh.
1,000,000%.
Those two teams just, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean, I had the sickest UConn fucking snapback after they won with Kemba, dude. My favorite hat of my whole life, and I can't find it. It's making me so mad. It was the one with. It was like this color looks exactly like it, but it has the no one, the number one, just no
Yeah.
one on the front end. Oh, it was so sick, dude.
Shout out to our boy Steamy. He actually went to UConn. He was a UConn Husky, so
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yep. So
I
hope they win.
I don't
this
think
week.
I don't think he picked them in the bracket though, which is kind of
We'll
crazy to
have to
me.
get him on. We'll have to get him on. Hoping they make it to the next round.
UConn. I think it
know.
was it Duke's coach or someone. I forget who it was that before the tournament they said that the toughest team they had played all year was UConn, and UConn was like 10-0 to start the season. Had like a weird little like 3-game thing. Like
Yep.
they were really underrated going in. Like I don't
Yeah.
always pick UConn going in. Sometimes they are fucking terrible. But this year I was like, this is the year. They were on a roll early. They're really fucking talented. They're on a roll again. It's just hard to turn away from a team like that that's won a national championship before. They know how to do it.
Yeah. And their coach is kind of psychotic, right? He's a little.
Yeah,
He's got a little weirdo in him.
Yeah.
I thought so. Should be exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah.
There's no blowouts. That's all I ask. No blowouts, for the love of God.
Well, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens, boys. We'll have to tune into the next episode, and we'll be talking about the championship game, eh?
We won't be
Let's
talking
do
about
it.
North Carolina, buddy.
Poor bastards.
I'll be honest with the listeners. I don't know if I can thing about college basketball. Absolutely nothing.
Said the Tar Heels, they play, right? They're in it.
Watch
Yep.
jack shit of this tournament.
It's a lot going on, buddy. A lot of exciting stuff, Patriots made some big moves, so I get it.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you.
Real exciting.
You guys got anything else, college hoops, you want to go over?
I think we
think
hit
that
the nail on
covers
the
it.
head and
Covered it all.
all the
We both
topics. Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, everybody, thanks for watching episode number 32. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to, share the link.
Yeah.
Maybe give us the old thumbs up. So that way we can get it out there to the boys in the world, and girls, But, peace.
Peace out.